take a deep breath. Feel the gentle rhythm of life moving through you. In this very moment, you are alive, breathing, and surrounded by infinite potential. There is nothing too far, nothing too big, and nothing too late. The universe is not limited. Only our thoughts can create limits. The truth is, when you believe that everything is possible, doors open that you didn't even know existed. Every thought we think, every word we speak, and every belief we hold becomes the foundation upon which our lives are built. The power of belief is not just an idea. It is a living, breathing force that shapes the reality we experience every single day. When we believe in limitation, we experience limitation. When we believe in possibility, we open the gates for miracles to flow. Your mind is not just a place where thoughts pass through. It is the creative workshop of your destiny. If you wake up believing that the day will be filled with stress and struggle, your energy aligns with that vibration and you attract situations that mirror it. But if you begin your morning with a simple, intentional belief, today I am open to good things, you set a new tone. Suddenly, you notice opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You see light where there used to be shadows. This is not coincidence. It is the power of belief responding to your command. Our beliefs act like invisible architects, designing the structure of our experiences. The universe listens closely to the energy behind our beliefs, not the words alone. You can say, I want abundance. But if deep down you believe abundance is not meant for you, that belief will override your desire. It's not enough to wish for something. You must believe it's already possible for you. That belief opens the channel for the universe to deliver. Belief is magnetic. Whatever you hold as true begins to attract evidence to support it. When you say, I always have bad luck, your mind will look for proof to make that belief real. But if you choose to say, everything always works out for me, the same law of attraction applies. It begins finding ways to make that true. Your beliefs are not passive thoughts. They are commands to the energy of creation. Sometimes people underestimate how powerful they truly are. They think circumstances control them, forgetting that circumstances are often reflections of internal patterns. Change your belief, and your life begins to shift. You may not see the change instantly, but it is happening. Every time you choose faith over fear, love over doubt, you're rewriting the script of your reality. You're stepping into alignment with the divine intelligence that wants to work through you. Imagine a small seed planted in the soil. That seed doesn't question whether it will grow, it simply knows. It believes in its purpose. In the warmth of the sun and the nourishment of the earth, you are that seed. The moment you plant a belief in your mind and nurture it with faith, it begins to grow in unseen ways. The roots take hold long before you see the sprout. That's why patience and trust are part of belief. They allow the invisible to become visible in perfect timing. Many people hold beliefs that were never truly theirs. They were taught by others who didn't know their own power. Parents, teachers, or society itself. It's time to release those borrowed ideas. You are not limited by what others believe is possible. You are free to create your own truth. When you replace old beliefs with thoughts that empower you, you free yourself from invisible chains that once held you back. Start by affirming new beliefs each day. Say to yourself, I believe in my own power. I believe that good things are meant for me. I believe that life supports me in every way. At first, these words may feel unfamiliar, but that's okay. With repetition and feeling, they become part of your inner truth. And once they do, the outer world begins to rearrange itself to match your new vibration. Remember, your belief is not something you have to force. It is something you choose to allow. You were born with the ability to create. You are a divine being with the same energy that forms stars and oceans. The moment you truly believe that everything is possible, the universe bows to your conviction. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop doubting and start receiving. Your belief is your magic. It is your connection to the infinite. It is the silent prayer that says, I trust life to unfold perfectly for me. When you hold that belief in your heart, no obstacle can stand in your way. Life will rise to meet you in ways that feel miraculous. All it takes is one decision to believe. There is a divine intelligence that flows through all of creation. It moves through the stars, the oceans, the mountains, and every living being. This intelligence is the creative power of the universe. It knows exactly how to turn a seed into a tree, how to keep the planets in perfect orbit, and how to make your heart beat without you even asking. That same intelligence lives within you. You are not separate from it, you are one with it. The same force that created worlds is flowing through your mind, your breath, and your spirit right now. When you truly understand this truth, life begins to change in extraordinary ways. You no longer feel lost or disconnected. You begin to realize that you are guided, supported, and deeply loved by a higher energy that wants to express itself through you. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. You don't have to control every detail. You are a vessel for infinite wisdom, and when you align with it, your life begins to unfold effortlessly. This divine intelligence knows no lack, no fear, no limitation. It only knows expansion, creation, and abundance. When you trust in it, you tap into the limitless potential that is your birthright. You are not a small being trying to survive in a vast world. You are the universe experiencing itself through human form. Every thought, every feeling, every dream is a spark of that cosmic intelligence speaking through you. Think about the miracles that happen every day. The sun rises without fail. Flowers bloom in perfect rhythm. Rivers find their way to the ocean, never doubting their path. You, too, have a natural flow, a current that leads you toward your purpose. When you resist it through fear, control, or doubt, you create struggle. But when you relax and trust the flow, everything you need begins to come to you with ease. You meet the right people, find the right opportunities, and experience synchronicities that feel almost magical. That is not luck. It is alignment with infinite intelligence. So many of us spend our lives feeling separate, believing that we must work hard and fight for every blessing. But separation is an illusion. You are not disconnected from the source of abundance. You are connected to it at every level. When you remember that you and the universe are one, you move from effort to ease. You begin to act from inspiration instead of desperation. You listen more, trust more, and allow life to unfold instead of forcing it. This intelligence speaks to you through intuition. The gentle nudges, the inner knowing, the feeling in your heart that says, this is right. When you silence the noise of fear and listen to that quiet voice within, you hear divine guidance. You are never alone in your decisions. There is always a loving wisdom guiding your steps. The more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. You can begin to align with this intelligence by simply being still and acknowledging it. Take moments in your day to breathe deeply and remind yourself, I am one with the infinite power of the universe. Feel that truth in your heart. As you do, you'll notice a calmness that replaces worry, a strength that replaces fear, and a peace that replaces control. You'll start to realize that life doesn't happen to you, it flows through you. When challenges appear, don't forget who you are. You are not your problems. You are the consciousness that can rise above them. The same intelligence that makes the seasons change knows exactly how to guide you through any obstacle. You only need to stay open and trust that everything is unfolding for your highest good. This is the essence of divine partnership, you and the universe working together as one. You create through thought, and the universe brings it to life. You speak your desires, and the universe responds. It is a dance of energy, harmony, and trust. The more you recognize your oneness with this infinite intelligence, the more miracles you will see in your daily life. Let this truth sink deep into your being. You are not separate from the power that created everything. It lives in you, moves through you, and expresses itself as you. When you trust in that connection, fear dissolves, resistance fades, and life becomes a flow of divine perfection. You are never without guidance, never without love, and never without power. You are, and always have been, one with the infinite intelligence of the universe. Every person carries stories within them, stories about who they are, what they can do, and what life is supposed to be like. Some of these stories are empowering. They lift us up and remind us of our strength. But many of them are old, painful, and untrue. They were formed in moments of fear, rejection, or disappointment. Over time, these stories become the walls that confine our growth. To step into your highest potential, you must release those old stories that no longer serve you. The stories you tell yourself shape your reality. When you say, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "things never work out for me," you are repeating the past and projecting it into your future. The mind believes what it hears most often, and the universe responds to the energy behind those beliefs. That is why it's so important to stop identifying with who you used to be and start affirming who you are becoming. The past is not your home. It is simply a chapter that taught you something valuable. So many of our old stories were never even ours to begin with. They were passed down by others. Parents who struggled with their own fears. Teachers who didn't see our potential, or society that tried to fit us into boxes. You may have been told that success is difficult, that love always ends in pain, or that abundance is only for the lucky few. These are not universal truths. They are beliefs that others accepted and you unknowingly adopted. But today you have the power to release them. You have the choice to write a new story, one rooted in faith, strength, and possibility. Releasing old stories begins with awareness. Notice the words you use when you speak about yourself. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise when you dream of something new. If you hear a voice that says, "You can't," "You're too late," or "It's impossible," that voice belongs to your old self, not your true self. Thank it for trying to protect you, and then gently let it go. You are no longer that person. You are wiser, stronger, and ready for more. Every time you choose to forgive the past, you loosen the grip of old stories. Forgiveness is not about approving of what happened. It's about freeing yourself from carrying it. You cannot move forward if you are dragging yesterday's pain. When you release resentment, self-blame, or regret, you make space for peace and new beginnings. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means remembering without pain. It means you finally stop defining yourself by what hurt you and start defining yourself by what you learned. The universe is always ready to give you a new chapter, but it cannot write it on pages filled with old words. You must clear the emotional space to receive something greater. When you say, I am ready to let go, you open a door for transformation. The people, opportunities, and experiences that match your higher vibration begin to appear. Suddenly, what once felt heavy begins to feel light. You no longer replay the past, you create the future. You can practice this release through gentle affirmations. Say to yourself, I am free from the past. I release every story that limits me. I welcome new beginnings with an open heart. Speak it often. Feel it deeply. Each time you do, you weaken the old patterns that once held power over you. The mind may try to pull you back to familiar pain because it feels safe, but your soul knows that freedom lies beyond the old narrative. Remember, you are not your mistakes, your trauma, or your failures. You are the consciousness that experienced them and grew from them. Those experiences may have shaped you, but they do not define you. What defines you is your ability to rise, to forgive, and to begin again. Life is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to be free. When you finally release the old stories that limit you, you return to your true self, pure, powerful, and infinite. You see life with fresh eyes. You no longer carry the weight of what was, because you are fully embracing what can be. And in that freedom, you rediscover your divine power to create a life that reflects who you truly are, not who you used to be. The words you speak hold immense creative power. Every sentence that leaves your lips is a declaration to the universe, a command to your subconscious mind, and a vibration that shapes your reality. Most people speak without awareness, repeating patterns of fear, doubt, or limitation. They say things like, I can't, it's too hard, or I'm unlucky, not realizing that each of those statements builds the very walls they struggle to break through. The moment you begin to speak consciously, to speak words that empower you, you begin to reshape your destiny. Your words are energy. They carry frequency, emotion, and intention. When you speak, you are not just describing your life, you are creating it. Every I am statement is an act of creation. When you say, I am tired, I am broke, or I am alone, you reinforce those states of being. But when you choose to say, I am strong, I am abundant, or I am loved, you summon the energy of those truths into your experience. The words you repeat become the beliefs you live by, and your beliefs become the reality you see. The subconscious mind does not question or analyze. It simply accepts. It listens to everything you tell it and shapes your external world accordingly. That is why it's so important to speak to yourself with kindness, power, and conviction. You are always affirming something, whether positive or negative. When you catch yourself saying something limiting, stop and choose again. Transform, I can't do this, into I am learning to handle this with grace. Replace, I never have enough, with I am open to receiving more. Little by little, your words will begin to align with your higher truth. The energy behind your words matters as much as the words themselves. You can say positive things without feeling them, but when your words come from the heart with belief and emotion, they become magnetic. Feel the vibration of empowerment as you speak. Let your voice carry confidence, gratitude, and faith. Speak as if what you desire is already on its way. Speak as if you already have the strength, peace, and success you seek, because on a spiritual level you do. You are simply aligning your physical reality with what already exists energetically. Be mindful of the way you talk about your life. The more you complain, the more reasons you'll find to keep complaining. But when you speak words of appreciation, Even for the smallest blessings, the universe multiplies them. Saying thank you is one of the most powerful vibrations you can express. It tells the universe that you are already in the energy of receiving. Gratitude turns ordinary moments into miracles and reminds you that abundance is already flowing through you. Your words also affect the people around you. When you speak love, encouragement, and hope, you uplift not only yourself, but everyone who hears you. A simple, kind word can change the energy in a room. It can heal, inspire, and awaken others. The vibration you send out through your words echoes back to you multiplied. That's why gossip, criticism, and negativity always return to the one who speaks them. What you give through words, you also receive. To empower yourself, begin each day with words of intention. Look in the mirror and affirm, "Today I choose peace. I choose joy. I choose to see myself as powerful and capable." These statements may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've spent years speaking negatively about yourself. But keep going. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Soon, the voice of empowerment will replace the old voice of doubt completely. Your words are sacred tools. They can build bridges or walls, open doors or close them, bless your path or burden it. Choose them wisely. Speak only what you wish to see, not what you fear. Speak about the future as though it is already bright. Speak about yourself as though you are already enough, because you are. Remember that the universe listens to the language of energy, not desperation. When you speak from a place of faith, everything begins to rearrange itself to support you. Your words can heal your heart, transform your circumstances, and align you with infinite abundance. Each day, remind yourself, "I speak words that empower me. I use my voice to create love, peace, and success." When your language becomes a reflection of your highest self, life responds with miracles. Trust is one of the most powerful forms of energy you can embody. It is the quiet knowing that even when you cannot see the full picture, everything is unfolding in divine order. Acting with trust means you move through life with faith instead of resistance. You stop overthinking every step, stop doubting your path, and start believing that unseen forces are guiding you toward your highest good. Fear tries to convince you that you are alone, but trust reminds you that you are always supported by something greater than yourself. Fear is loud, impatient, and controlling. It tells you that you must rush, that things might go wrong, that you must fight for what's yours or you'll lose it. Fear thrives in uncertainty. It feeds on the idea that if you don't act quickly or perfectly, everything will fall apart. But fear is an illusion, a shadow created by the mind when it forgets its connection to divine intelligence. Trust, on the other hand, is calm. It whispers, "All is well. Keep going." Trust does not need proof. It moves forward even in the dark because it knows that the path will be revealed step by step. When you act with trust, you open yourself to the flow of life. You stop forcing outcomes and start allowing them. You understand that what is meant for you cannot miss you, and what leaves your life was never meant to stay. This awareness creates peace. You no longer chase, beg, or worry. You align your energy with certainty, and that certainty becomes magnetic. When you trust, life begins to respond differently. The right opportunities appear, synchronicities increase, and people show up at just the right time. This is not luck. It's the natural rhythm of the universe responding to your faith. Acting with trust doesn't mean doing nothing. It means taking inspired action from a place of calm confidence rather than panic. It's the difference between moving because you believe in success and moving because you're afraid of failure. When you act with trust, your energy carries clarity and strength. When you act with fear, your energy carries resistance. The universe can feel that difference. Fear blocks blessings while trust invites them in. Trust also means being comfortable with not knowing every detail. Life rarely shows you the entire plan at once. It gives you just enough light for the next step. Many people hesitate because they want to see the whole staircase before they move, but faith only asks for one thing: take the next step. Every act of trust sends a message to the universe that says, I believe I am guided. I believe something greater is working through me, and that belief unlocks miracles. When fear arises, and it will, don't judge yourself. Acknowledge it, sit with it gently, then choose again. Fear is only the mind's way of trying to protect you, but it cannot lead you to growth. Whisper to yourself, I am safe. I am guided. I am supported. Feel the tension leave your body as you return to peace. The more often you practice trust, the more natural it becomes. You'll start to notice that even when things don't go as planned, they still work out better than expected. Trust is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It allows you to move with grace through uncertainty. You may not understand why certain things happen, but trust reminds you that life is always leading you toward evolution. What seems like a delay might be divine timing. What feels like loss might be protection. What appears as an ending might be the beginning of something miraculous. Let your actions reflect your faith, not your fears. Speak with conviction, walk with confidence, and move with peace. When you trust, you send a message to the universe that you are ready to receive. You no longer cling, chase, or control, you allow. And in that allowing, everything you desire begins to flow naturally into your life. Trust transforms your energy into a beacon of calm strength. It reminds you that you don't need to figure out how everything will happen. You only need to believe that it will. Let go of the need to control the outcome and step into the flow of divine order. The moment you begin to act with trust instead of fear, you align yourself with the rhythm of miracles. Life opens, love flows, and everything begins to fall perfectly into place. Gratitude is one of the most powerful energies in the universe. It is the language of abundance, the vibration of faith, and the secret to attracting miracles into your life. Being grateful in advance means thanking life for blessings that have not yet appeared in physical form, but already exist in spiritual truth. It is an act of trust that says, I know it's already mine. I know it's already done. When you live in this state of gratitude, you shift your energy from waiting to receiving, from hoping to knowing. You become a magnet for everything your heart desires. Most people wait until something good happens before they feel grateful. They wait for success, for love, for money, for healing, and only then do they say thank you. But the power lies in reversing that order. When you express gratitude, before you see results, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. You tell the universe that you already believe, that you already trust, that you are already in harmony with what you desire. The moment you feel thankful for it, the universe begins rearranging circumstances to deliver it. Gratitude in advance is faith in motion. It requires no proof, only trust. When you say, thank you for the opportunities flowing to me, even before they arrive, you send out a vibration of certainty. The universe responds to that certainty faster than it responds to need or desperation. When you say, thank you for the love entering my life, you align your heart with love. When you say, Thank you for the financial abundance flowing easily to me. You align your energy with prosperity. The more you practice this, the more miracles become your natural state. This is not about pretending or forcing positivity. It's about knowing that everything you ask for already exists in energetic form. The moment you desire something, the universe begins creating the path for it. Gratitude speeds up that process by removing resistance. It's like opening the door and saying, I'm ready to receive. Worry, doubt, and impatience close the door again. Gratitude keeps it open. Start each day by giving thanks for what's already yours and what's on its way. Say, thank you for this new day. Thank you for the peace that fills my heart. Thank you for the opportunities that are unfolding even now. As you do this, you raise your vibration higher than fear, lack, or uncertainty. You begin to notice small blessings all around you. The smile of a stranger, the beauty of nature, the feeling of being alive. These small moments are proof that the universe is already working in your favor. When you're grateful in advance, you stop living in a state of waiting. Waiting says, I don't have it yet. Gratitude says, it's already on its way. This shift changes everything. It releases anxiety and replaces it with calm confidence. You no longer question when or how things will happen because you know they are happening already. You start to feel fulfilled now, not someday. That sense of fulfillment draws your desires toward you effortlessly like a magnet. Even during challenges, gratitude can transform your energy. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Say, thank you for the lesson I am learning here. Gratitude turns pain into wisdom, chaos into clarity, and endings into beginnings. It reminds you that every experience, no matter how difficult, is guiding you toward growth. Gratitude in tough times shows the universe that your faith is stronger than your fear. Gratitude is the bridge between desire and manifestation. It is the proof that you already believe in your power and in divine timing. When you feel grateful for something before it arrives, you create a space for it to enter your life. You align your energy with the frequency of what you seek, and soon it becomes reality. Make gratitude your daily practice. Speak it, write it, feel it. Say, thank you for every breath, every heartbeat, every small victory. Say, thank you for what's coming, even when you can't see it yet. The more you do, the more your life will overflow with reasons to be thankful. Remember, the universe mirrors your vibration. When you are grateful in advance, you declare that you already trust the process of life. You step into the energy of abundance, and life responds with miracles beyond your imagination. Gratitude opens every door, heals every wound, and turns ordinary moments into blessings. Live as if everything you want is already yours, and soon you will see that it truly is.